It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Washington Wizards. Well, it was Washington winning their last game against the Clippers. That game a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. And some of the best guards in the league facing off tonight. Different skill sets, different styles. Kenny, if you had to build a guard from scratch, what are some of the characteristics you'd look for?
Oh, no question. I'd take the shooting touch of Steph Curry. I'd take the...
He makes it look
effortless. I'd take the toughness of Russell Westbrook. I'd take the basketball savvy of Chris Paul. And I'd throw
You take the defense of...
I'll take the defense of Tony Allen and throw it all together. You wouldn't put that together, Shaq? Is that making you tired and sleepy? Wake up!
Is this boring you?
I would want toughness. You have to be able to switch on to certain players, the bigger players, and I would like the leadership.
And give me the size of Michael Carter-Williams.
The size of Michael Carter. How about the size of Magic Johnson?
No, that's a little bit too big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because later on it's good.
Huh?
Wake up.
What
happened? Leadership.
Oh, sorry.
And I'll take the ability not to go to sleep like Shaq.
Well, if you answer the question.
Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Taking a look at Brooklyn, try as they might, they've fallen behind the pack, but a chance here to reclaim some ground. It might be tough, but this is a team they're capable of beating.
And right now for the Nets, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
And with one eye already on the offseason, I would guess they start tinkering with lineups, different personnel combinations as this season wraps up. That way they can start forming a plan for the future.
And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it, 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason, stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. Porter and Morris are the forwards. The deadly duo of Wall and Beal are in the backcourt. And it's Gortat in at the center, locking down the middle. And there's a foul called on Alan Graham. That's his first foul. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Wall against Len. And Wall kicks to Morris. Pass to Beal. The feed now to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers.
That free throw missing. And Doris, the turnovers you mentioned that Wall creates that are so valuable, he'll knock a ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
Good on the second free throw. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And of course, with young talent development, so critical for this Nets organization. Having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
Now here's Beal. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
And another miss by Washington.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Beal with the steal. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Wall. Here's Gortat, and Okafor with the block.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man, uncanny.
Morris a screen. Outside, Beal. Pass to Morris. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
You know, right out of the gates, one team gets a lead with the head-to-head advantage, bragging rights, if you will, over the other. And tonight, it starts.
Here is Gortat after Jeremy Lin's bucket. Left side, Wall. Count it from 12.
Wall works hard to get shots from right there, uses his quick feet really well.
Wall against Land. Okafor sets the pick for Lin. Gortat with the block.
Well, providing stout rim protection, Gortat is a two-way player.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's the screen. Clock at 6. And Beal kicks to Porter. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Russell. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And the ball handling, body control. Russell with the nasty pull-up.
Morris a screen. Wall dishes to Morris. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Then the pass to Russell. Gortat with the block. Beal against Russell. And Beal kicks to Gortat. To the right side. Wall. That one wide left.
Well, it's been an up-and-down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, and really, Moskov, such a sweet stroke from the free throw line. Really feasts off these opportunities. And last season, I think we saw just what could be a preview of what the Washington Wizards can be moving forward, right? They return to the second round of the playoffs. They have a clear core and strength to build around for the future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, as you mentioned, it had been a roller coaster of season finishes for the Wizards over the last few years. Now they know exactly where they stand.
You know, Kevin, I think equally important, they know the destination they want to get to. John Wall has shown he is an elite talent in the NBA who can carry them in a postseason series. And I think as long as Wall is there, this team has an opportunity to contend in the East.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Wall dishes to Beal. Outside Porter from outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Porter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And there's the pass to Lynn. Kicks to Okafor. Out to the right wing. Here's Crabbe. Rebounded by the Wizards. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
No, I completely agree. They completely took the crowd out of it. They were scorching hot from the perimeter all night long.
Here's Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
Oh, you love seeing the big man Mozgov rise up and flush it home, really utilizing his size and length so well.
Now here's Wall. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Porter kicks to Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Okafor up top, covered by Morris. The drive by Russell. Gortat with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, I think Porter's good enough shooter to be a zone buster, able to find the seams, hit the mid-range.
They set the pick. Russell kicks to Lynn. Okafor with the screen on Wall. Lynn the pass to Mozgov. Down low. Here's Okafor. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
There's a screen by Gortat. Wall dishes to Porter. Outside Beal. Second chance shot, and Okafor with the block. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Russell. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And you see Russell taking the hit on that shot. Great body control. Potential and one.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all 3 at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process. Yeah, not many guys entering the league impact their teams this fast. Russell is an exception.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Nice ball movement by Washington. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Listen, Kelly Oubre comes out of Kansas a little bit as a project. He had unbelievable speed and athleticism and had to impact the game defensively. But he is really starting to expand his role on the offensive end.
He's off on the first. And Doris, for Kelly Oubre, you can see the athleticism he has.
No doubt. I mean, the speed is always on display, whether he's on the interior, trying to get out in transition, trying to blow by a defender. Once the finishing catches up, this guy's going to be a nightmare to defend.
The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And he's good on the second.
And remember, you know, he grew up in New Orleans, but Kelly Oubre had to move to Texas after Hurricane Katrina. Some tough times that he said put a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to this day.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Mahimi. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
I think Mahimi likes the contact, right? Physicality does not affect his shot at all.
Here's Dinwiddie. The lead is 2. Allen outside. Here's LeVert. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LeVert's got his first basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Meeks. He's guarded closely. And here's Oubre. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Excellent D there from Allen.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Back to Frazier. Meeks on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. Goes back up. The shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And offensively that night, it seemed like anytime they took 1 step forward, they'd end up taking 2 steps back.
It didn't seem, Greg, like they ever got any rhythm on the offensive end. They were in a hurry to get their shots off. Really difficult to win that way.
In transition, here come the Nets. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
And Washington has possession. Following the bucket by the Nets. Frazier outside. Scott the pass to Oubre. Clock at 6. Meeks dishes to Oubre. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Frazier. That shot off the mark. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. Allen kicks to Carroll. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Carroll's got his second bucket of the game to go.
But Kevin, driving with that kind of force allows Carroll to be effective.
Wizards trail by 10. The dish to Meeks. Passes it to Oubre. Stolen away. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Allen. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Meeks kicks to Oubre. Up top, Frazier. He dishes it to Mahimi. Over Allen. And he overshot that one, missing. Nets leading by 12. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. .110 left here in the first quarter. Frazier outside. Five on the clock. And nothing is falling for him right now. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And the youngster Karis LeVert, drafted 20th overall, Doris, back in 2016 out of Michigan.
Well, I think some people consider this a high-risk, high-reward pick. The reason he dealt with stress fractures repeatedly in his left foot throughout his college days. But when this guy's healthy, man, whoo, can he shoot it. And at 6'7", look out.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
No good on the second free throw. And Doris, if you talk about the challenge for the Nets coaching staff, how do you establish a culture of winning on a team that's going to lose on most nights?
You know what, Kevin, it's all about winning habits, and that means the daily work that you put in every single day. There's an ethic that's conducive to winning that's built slowly over time.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Now here's Frazier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Mahinmi a screen. Over Allen. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And John Wall spoke prior to the game. He talked about the identity of the Wizards team.
Defensively, just being that gritty and grimy team that makes it tough for teams to score in the paint. I think we can be a very great team.
The Wizards not exactly the first team that you think of when it comes to gritty and grimy team defense, but maybe he's really got a point here in how tough the Washington defense can be.
And you don't get there without the defense. I'm especially impressed that Wall has that mindset.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Allen is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Allen. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
The Nets shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Doors with so many one-and-dones entering the NBA, do you think expectations are too high for these guys, especially from the fans?
I don't, Kevin. I think it depends on the talent that we're talking about. You know, I know Joel Embiid is a guy who didn't necessarily start right away, but when he was finally able to be healthy, it certainly didn't take him long to become a factor on the NBA level. No, I don't think the expectations are too high. I think these guys are accustomed to expectations, and frankly, their personal expectations are probably higher than ours.
I mean, look at the elite of these high school kids have been playing like in front of big crowds on a big stage for so long. It's second nature to them, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Oubre, rebounded by the Nets. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Carroll passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Frazier covering. There's a good screen. Outside Carroll. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Wizards trail by 12. Meeks outside. Carroll with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Inside, Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Feeds to Frazier. Lock at 6. Meeks dishes to Mahinmi. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Boy, that's high impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
With the teardrop, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
The Wizards have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn, and a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Mahinmi. Markieff Morris comes in for Mike Scott. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks.
Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Frazier.
Well, when you look at this Washington team, the strength clearly lies in that backcourt. Wall and Beal, arguably the best backcourt in this league. They are the engine that motors this team with their scoring and playmaking.
Crabbe kicks to Mozgov. Misses off the right iron.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Frazier the pass to Porter. Dishes it to Beal. Morris with a screen on Russell. Beal, that's for 2. Washington gets it back. Gortat, Mozgov with the block.
Mozgov's such an effective player. His defensive presence, ability to block shots is so crucial to this team.
This Washington backcourt of Wall and Beal. Last season, Greg, they were able to both stay healthy, and Wizards fans finally saw just how potent they both could be.
And remember all those rumors how these two couldn't coexist? Well, they sure liked existing together last season. I mean, they really carried this group when it mattered, and both just explosive players who are not only leaders, but they're terrific two-way players for this franchise.
And the first one drops. And the Nets throwing big money at restricted free agents in recent years, trying to add talent any way they can.
Well, and sometimes being willing to overpay if they have to. With no high draft picks walking through that door, they've got to exploit every opportunity to improve this roster.
John Wall's checked in for Tim Frazier. He's perfect from the line this time.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Doris, a common theme with this Washington Wizards team that has helped with their successes, how much confidence they play with.
Well, John Wall said that last year they spent a lot of their season just building the team's confidence. Now, that manifests itself in how hard they work on the court. And this team will play as one of the more physical teams in the NBA.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Here is Porter. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Doris, Otto Porter is a very consistent shooter. He's put in a lot of work since entering the NBA to get his shot where it is now.
You know what I love, Kev? He reviews film, and he thinks about his mechanics all the time. And it's one of the ways you build a more reliable three-point shot. You can't question his work ethic.
That free throw, no good. Doris, back in college, you were named to the All-Big East team. What an honor. You've been a broadcaster for Big East games in college basketball. Any players from that conference who would say, in your opinion, are better pros than they were in college?
Well, I think Josh Hart from Villanova would be a player that I'm curious to see what level of effect he has at the NBA level. He's not a guy who's going to blow you away with his athleticism, but all he did at Villanova was win. He's got one national championship to his credit. He was an effective two-way player in the Big East. Does he translate to the pros? I can't wait to see.
And Doris, multiple years at the college game, too.
Kevin, I think that perception is changing. There was a time where if you were a four-year college player, you were frowned upon in the NBA. I think because of the age and experience, GMs and coaches are now looking at those guys who spend multiple years in college in a vastly different and much more positive light.
Very interesting thought. Here's Lynn. Following the basket by Markieff Morris. Pass to Mozgov. Russell from long range. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Porter. Crabbe pulls it in. Brooklyn leading by 13. Here's Lynn. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, it seems like it's been a while since the breakthrough of Lynn's sanity, but Jeremy Lin is still breaking down walls for Asian and Asian American athletes. This guy has shattered stereotypes and inspired many to follow in his path.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. And Doris, Jeremy Lin has been honest. In the past, he says that some have doubted him.
And I think that's always been the case for Jeremy Lin. Go back to his high school days. For Palo Alto High School, he wins a California state title. He's first team All-State, and yet he did not have a ton of Division I scholarship offers. It's surprising when you think about the level of competition he faced as a young basketball player.
Both free throws good from Lin.
And going into last season, Jeremy Lin signed with the Nets for that 3-year deal and close to $36 million, and excited to make his return to really the birthplace of Linsanity. Unfortunately, the hamstring injuries cost him a huge chunk of that season.
Nets leading by 15. Mozgov sets a screen for Russell. It's Mozgov, top of the key. Here's Lin. And Mozgov throws it down.
Yeah, when you let Mozgov get planted on your end, he's very hard to move. Great play from him on the second effort.
Morris with a screen on Lin. Lin with the steal. Porter with the steal. And Okafor with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Crabbe, no good. And Greg, Jeremy Lin described last season as a year of my prime down the drain. I mean, it had to be demoralizing.
Yeah, especially after bouncing around for a few years. He thought he'd found a chance to start and a chance to lead, and instead he found himself in dress casual on the bench. And the little wrinkles in Russell's game at that time with the sweet up fake.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good, Russell.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
And so Russell hits them both. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Wall against Lin. Beal with it. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Shot clock at 3. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
I tell you, that's physical defense. Bradley Beal being aggressive, maintains his focus, finishes through contact. Exactly what you want from this guy.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 7. And it's Mozgov in the corner. He kicks it to Crabbe. A floater, and it's good on the way in. Crabbe's got 5 points now in the quarter. Wizards trail by 20. Washington calls timeout. Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball games?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach, and someday maybe I'll coach a boys high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business. And slowly but surely, it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being an analyst?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be. And sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting. Nets leading by 20. Now Lynn, coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's Okafor. Count that one. Okafor's got 6.
Yeah, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Lynn against Wall. Inside. And there's Beal. That's good on the assist from Wall.
Love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pick by Okafor. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Marcin Gortat.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Mozgov. Last season, the Wizards having one of the best years in franchise history. No title for the team, but Doris, they did secure their first division title since 1979.
And if my math is correct, Kev, that was a 38-year drought they managed to end. But for this team, I think they know it's just the start, and they want to go even deeper in the playoffs this year.
And it's Russell missing.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
And it's Wall in the corner. Morris kicks to Porter. Morris a screen. Shoots off the screen. Porter, no luck.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
The feed to Lynn. Mozgov sets a screen for Lynn. Crabbe in the corner. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Wall. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Okafor. Damari Carroll comes in for Crabbe. LeVert's checked in for Russell. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Mahimi's checked in. Stripped it away. In transition, here come the Nets. Carroll passes to Allen. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Wall. Dinwiddie dishes to Mozgov. 6 to shoot. Here's LeVert. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Wizards trail by 21, and a wide open look for Porter. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Brooklyn.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended three-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Nets leading by 21. Allen, a screen on Wall. Here's Dinwiddie. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to LeVert. He feeds it to Mozgov. Here's LeVert. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And then for Washington, Mike Scott's checked in for Morris. Kelly Oubre comes in for Porter. And it's Jody Meeks in for Bradley Beal. Here's Hollis Jefferson. No good on the quick three.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Now here's Oubre. Carroll covering. He had a nice open look right there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Wasted no time on that one. Meeks got 5 now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson.
So Rondé Hollis Jefferson, the 23rd pick out of Arizona back in 2015. You know, it's interesting. He's drawn a lot of comparisons to another Wildcat alum, and that's Andre Iguodala.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
76% on the season from the foul line.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
Well, the former Arizona Wildcat, Hollis Jefferson, right? He's a superb athlete, just oozing with potential.
Frazier, he's checked in for John Wall. So he comes up empty at the line. Wizards trail by 16. Oubre kicks to Frazier. And he uses the glass on the layup. 5 points in the game. And you look at Hollis Jefferson and Iguodala, a ton of similarities people feel. Both 6'7", both long and athletic, terrific defenders.
And also, Kev, both are very good ball handlers and solid passers. Think about Iguodala improving his shooting over his career. Let's see if Rondé can do the same.
Oubre lays it up off the glass.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
Now here's Carroll. Defense is right there. There's the pick. And stolen by Scott. And here we go. Washington fast break. Oubre can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 12. Here's LeVert, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. And here are the Wizards now. They're on a 13-5 run here. They set the pick. Frazier kicks to Meeks. Another shot. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are leading by 12. And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they got a nice advantage in the free throw department. I wish I was a shooter. They've been the one taking the direct approach. They're driving the lane, being physical, and forcing the opposing D into tight spots. And that's got them a lot of points at the line and the lead.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Timofey Mozgov with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Well, he made them pay down there. Uses his size and body well to score close to the bucket.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Nets leading by 12, so on the floor for Washington. The explosive backcourt is Wall and Beal at the 1 and 2. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. That shot a little beyond his normal range. Lynn's got the first field goal of the second half for the Nets. And here is Beal. The pass to Gortat. 11 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Wall's got 5 now.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now here's Lynn. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Nets lead by 15.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Lynn against Wall. Excellent D there from Okafor. The net shooting here about 46% for the game. Lynn with it. 11 points in the game. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Marvelous start to the second half. 3 for 3.
Wizards trail by 17. And Wall kicks to Porter. To the inside. Gortat. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He has 6.
Oh, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter. Makes the right read there.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lynn dishes to Crabb. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. Makes it off the glass.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Wall passes to Beal. Morris a screen. Outside Porter. Kicks it to Wall. This one for 3. No good on the shot. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Wall against Lynn. Picked by Okafor. Lynn kicks to Okafor. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. Shoots over Gortat. Mozgov's shot is off. Wizards trail by 17. Beal with it. He's picked up by Russell. Porter, no luck.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself. I think, you know, you look back on some of the point guards who have become head coaches in the NBA. Kenny Atkinson of the Nets, one of those guys, led the University of Richmond to the Sweet 16 back in 1988.
No good on the free throw. And Coach Atkinson never played in the NBA, but a long professional playing career.
Well, he played for over a decade in Europe. And certainly, Kev, there's more than one way to succeed in basketball. And now he's gaining a reputation as being a solid NBA coach early in his career. I can't wait to see what's next.
Good on the second free throw. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
And one of the trademarks of the many best point guards in the league, their ability to score in addition to distribute. So here now a look at the top scoring point guards this season. Number 5 is John Wall.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
You know, they truly are. Whether it's one-on-one situations or staying within that team framework, that is a gifted group offensively. And, you know, you said it. Their ability to put up big points from the one guard spot is what really sets them apart.
And there's a whistle that goes on Jeremy Lin. That's foul number 2 for him. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Porter kicks to Morris. Here's Wall off the left rim and out.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Russell passes to Okafor. Back to Russell. Gortat with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's Beal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Mozgov.
I really believe this is one of the top up-and-coming 2 guards in the NBA, Bradley Beal.
And Bradley Beal coming off that huge contract, Doris, he signed before last season.
Well, and rightly so, because when Beal is right, Kevin, you can see how deadly he is. He looked much more active last season, was able to drive to the rim, make cuts off the basketball. I just think when playing with confidence and aggression, this guy is truly extraordinary.
Free throw good, Beal. And both free throws good for Beal.
And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
Nice D from Russell. Nets leading by 16. Now Mozgov. He's got 11. Mozgov a screen on Wall. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And with Beal, and Greg, you brought this up with his health because he hadn't been able really to play a full slate of games in his first 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and credit him for dedicating his efforts to improve his health. I mean, was a time when you thought injuries would maybe limit his career, but when he's on the court, he is one of the best we have at that off-guard position, and he's only going to get better.
Now Beal, after Jeremy Lin's three-pointer that didn't go. To the paint, here's Okafor. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Okafor's got 8 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Wall. 5 points in the game. It's a hand on it. Here's Morris. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. He has 6.
Now that's the passion you like to see from Markieff Morris, converting off the board.
Mozgov a screen on Wall. Here is Lynn. He's got 13. Here's Crabbe. Makes it off the glass.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Brooklyn leading by 16. Okafor with the screen on Porter. Crabbe kicks to Okafor. Back to Crabbe. Passes it to Okafor. Rebound, Washington. Morris has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside, Porter. Wall passes to Porter. There's the dish to Morris. And Okafor with the block. And here is Crabbe. 10 points for him. Russell kicks to Lynn. Russell against Beal. From 10 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good. Wizards trail by 16. Here's Porter. And Okafor with the block. Crabbe with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And yes, it's good. And that's now 10 points for Jahlil Okafor.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
I think when you watch John Wall with his speed both in the half court and the open floor, he creates so much. This guy's blow-by ability sets up his teammates, and I'll tell you, it's the engine that gets this offense started.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Here's the screen. Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Carroll against Mahinmi. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Count it. LeVert's got 9.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Frazier kicks to Oubre. Now here's Meeks. Defense is right there. In the corner, it's Oubre. Not really his range, and it's off target.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's deflected. Oubre with the steal. Now here's Meeks. 5 points in the game. Lets a floater go. And it's Frazier getting it to go. He has 7.
I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looks pretty leaving his fingertips.
Nets passing it around. Carroll dishes to Allen. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Back to Frazier. He dishes it to Oubre. Meeks passes to Mahimi. Fires from the wing. Oubre can't get it to go. Nets leading by 18. To the middle. Allen dishes to Carroll. Shoots over Oubre. It's Meeks outside. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
Here's Dinwiddie. Frazier covering.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Mahimi. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up 6 points a night, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
And the first one at the line is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Wizards trail by 19. Frazier kicks to Meeks. Outside, Scott. Mahimi passes to Frazier. The kick out to Scott. Just 4 to shoot. Deflects the pass, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Mahimi against Allen. LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. From outside, off the mark. Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert from downtown. It's hauled in by Frazier. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. Oubre kicks to Frazier. A beautiful reverse layup. Frazier's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Dinwiddie. Frazier covering. To the paint. Here's LeVert. Got a hand on it. Wizards trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Feeds it to Oubre. He tries for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Oubre's got 6.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Allen a screen on Frazier. Here's Dinwiddie. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Nets lead by 16.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Now here's Oubre. Carroll covering. Outside, Scott. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the three. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie. Frazier covering. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
And so it's Brooklyn looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Wizards trail by 13. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Allen, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Now, here's Scott. Oubre dishes to Mahimi. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Mahimi's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Wizards. Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. And the pass to LeVert. Poked loose. Meeks with the steal. Stolen by Allen.
A risky cross-court pass there, and it costs them. You got to be sure that you can get it there in time before you let that one go.
Well, the best thing there is how decisive DeMarre Carroll was. He's going to rise and fire as soon as he touches the ball.
Oubre, no one around him. Good, great play set up by Frazier.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Carroll passes to Dinwiddie. And it's blocked by Scott. Meeks outside. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nets leading by 11. They set the pick. LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And the wing jumper offline.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
How about the speed, Kevin, on the way to the rim? LeVert gets to the cup and makes the defense get physical.
No good on the free throw. And a new group in for the Nets. Mozgov, he's checked in for Allen. Okafor comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Crabs checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Second free throw, no good.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Outside Beal, three-pointer, buries the long-range jumper. Beal's got it back down to single digits for Washington.
Yeah, this guy's around 40% long range for his career, and Beal is even more dangerous in catch-and-shoot situations.
Picked by Okafor. Now here's Cram, guarded closely. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And Morris throws it down.
Guys, he's got all the tools, and we're seeing it here tonight. I think Morris just wants to make sure he's consistent night in and night out, but he's rolling.
Now here's Lynn. He kicks it to Craig. The feed to Okafor. Tries again. Knocks it loose. And Washington has possession. Wizards trail by 8. There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Back to Wall. Here's Morris, and that's going to be a treble.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Russell, he's checked in for Levert. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Lynn. Gortat with the block. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. There's a screen by Gortat. Gortat with the screen for Beal. Floats one. The rebound by the Nets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. It's stolen by Morris. And there's a foul called on Alan Cram. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Wizards trail by 8. Wall draws the double. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 6 assists in the game.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
For Washington, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And he just hasn't been able to get it going. Crab dishes to Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
Boy, what can you say about Mozgov this game? He has been a huge factor with his offense.
Washington shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50% to the inside. Got a piece of it. Mozgov with the steal. And a wide open look for Lynn. A 3-pointer, no good. To the middle. Here's Beal. And Okafor with the block. They retain possession. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
On defense, Washington. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Crab from long range.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Porter passes to Gortat. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from Mozgov. It's stolen by Morris. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with him. John Wall just a blur with that first step. Beep, beep.
And Okafor has it in the corner. Back to Crab. There's Lynn with the 3. And the Nets miss again. Wizards trail by 6. Beal gets a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Now here's Mozgov. He feeds it to Russell. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. That one good for 2.
Yeah, fearless move by Russell, just challenging the defense, going right to the heart. And a big move for D'Angelo Russell this past offseason. Traded from the Lakers to Brooklyn, now one of the major building blocks of this team that has embraced him wholeheartedly.
And that one misses. And with the draft spot the Lakers have and the spotted history with D'Angelo Russell, you know, Greg, it wasn't a huge shock to see him move.
You know, it just seemed to me that Russell wasn't the right fit for what LA wanted to do. Still a very young and talented player who has a chance to kind of reinvent himself here in New York. He's shown a bit more maturity since that trade and since joining this team. And you got to give it to Russell. A hand in his face, stays calm, never flinches.
Here's Morris, and that one goes long. Brooklyn leading by 7. Lynn gets to Okafor. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And another miss by Washington. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Russell dishes to Okafor. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Morris passes to Gortat, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, make no mistake, this guy a high percentage finisher inside. Gortat can finish with either power or finesse.
Lynn kicks to Okafor. Here's the screen. Back to Lynn. Over to Wall. Lynn's shot is off.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
And Beal kicks to Wall. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Wall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, the spot-up opportunity, right? A nice confidence booster for John Wall.
Mozgov kicks to Crabbe. Porter against Okafor. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Lynn with it, picked by Mozgov. Morris with the block.
Well, the tools, the instincts to do this on a more regular basis are certainly there for Markieff Morris. He gets every bit of that one.
And the bank shot is good. Morris has got 12 points in just the second half.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And now here comes Wall, leading the break. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 1.
Oh, that's a big-time delivery. John Wall making it happen.
Russell kicks to Mozgov. Pass to Lynn. Okafor with the screen on Wall. Lynn dishes to Crabbe. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Wall. Puts up a 3. Here's Porter. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And now it's a 3-point Wizards lead. Shot to stop the drought. Mozgov's shot is off.
Boy, a kick-out's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
That's good from Porter on the assist by Wall. 12 points for Otto Porter Jr.
You can see Porter's confidence building steadily. The catch-and-shoot jumper becoming a real weapon.
Timeout called, the Nets. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Markieff Morris.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. The three-pointers have hurt them tonight, and he told his players, we've got to play them better on the three-point line. We can't give them any more clean looks. Kevin?
Now here's Okafor, and the Nets miss again.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
Now Russell. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Screened by Russell. Lynn kicks to Okafor. Over Morris. No good. In and out off the rim. Wizards leading by 6. Outside Beal. Morris a screen. Ball passes to Morris. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Picked by Mozgov. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, Kevin, how about the Harvard grad, Jeremy Lin? How far has this guy come from nearly out of the NBA at one point to viable NBA starter? Incredible.
Now here's Lin. But they'll get another chance. Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got 4 this quarter.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
No, that's just a nice decision by Wall. Found him wide open.
Lynn against Wall. There's Russell with the 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, you want the momentum on your side, and Russell showing you how it's done.
Here's Wall. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Crabbe. Here's Okafor. A second chance effort. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
This guy was the 57th pick back in 2005. Safe to say that Gortat has outperformed his draft position. That is one of the more formidable big men in the game.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
That shot off. Now Washington takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Yeah, John Wall has specialized in getting to the free throw line. He plays the game with breakneck pace.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
Nice job clearing some space out. under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 6. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an end one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. 9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Dinwiddie dishes to Carroll. And the Nets miss again. And so Washington takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks with John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we just try to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.